I just want to get on here. I know it's late, but within the last hour or two, I just checked my subs, and I finally reached 100K. I'm not not 100K, 100 subscribers. Now, my first video where I was taking this series that I posted was on October 5th, 14th. So in a month, exactly, almost exactly to the day, a month and a half, I gained 100 subscribers, which it might not seem like a lot to some people, but I didn't expect to get really any subscribers. I never created content before. Um, Everything I do is straight grassroots, ground level. Didn't put I work a regular job, not rich at all. Didn't put no money. I don't put no money into everything I do is on my phone, and through apps on my phone that are not paid for. Free apps. Everything is I'm working with everything I'm working with to make videos is what I already had. Um, and I just want to say thank y'all. Thank y'all, whoever watches my videos, whoever subscribes, likes, comments, shares, all that. Thank y'all. Feel truly blessed, truly grateful. Um, and this is the week. This is the week to give thanks. And I just want to thank y'all. Um, I always thought about, but um, due to my, if you don't know, I'm in recovery, I'm an addict. So I always thought about doing YouTube just from watching other YouTubers, but I never thought about it seriously. Like I always thought I would do it, but never because of my addiction. Obviously, I wasn't able to an active addiction. I wasn't able to do anything but use. You know what I mean? And work, obviously, but all my interests, all the things I like to do, who I was as a person, was all wrapped up into that. So I never really got to follow any of my passions, and sobriety, being in recovery, that gave me the opportunity to be able to like find out what I like doing, what are my passions, all these things that I'm finding out about myself. So I always thought about doing YouTube, and I always thought I watched a lot of comic book podcasts when I was first on YouTube a lot, and so I always thought I'd do something with comic books because I have not. I read a lot. I read a lot of comics. I read a lot of other books too, but I always thought that it would be something like that. As I got into recovery and as I had more time in and out of inpatients and rehabs and speaking in front of people more, I come to learn that I got a real passion for not only recovery and addiction, but because I have firsthand experience and knowledge of it. But I am passionate about that. That's like my number one passion. Ultimately, I want to get a job in the recovery field. I want to get my CMCA and work either at an inpatient or outpatient or a detox, wherever. When you get your CMCA, you can be a case manager, you can be a counselor, you can be a tech, whatever. I think if I got a job in that field, what I'm passionate about, it wouldn't feel like work. What's up, y'all? Can you speak Indonesian? No, I can't speak. I can't speak nothing but English. English is my only language. What's up, Cameron? Cameron Combs, what up? What up, Icky Wire? Yeah, I can't speak Indonesian. I can only speak English and Ebonics. Yeah. Man, I did not pay attention in Spanish class, or I think I took Spanish and French. What's up, Jason? I did not pay attention in Spanish class, or I think I took French in high school too. I was just not into it. It just didn't interest me. So like I learned like almost nothing. And plus in high school I wasn't like I had the ability to get A's in high school, but I didn't apply myself. I would always do the bare minimum just to get, like, I would get all like C's. I would do the bare minimum just to pass the class and to, so my mom wouldn't be flipping out on me. So I didn't want to get D's or F's. So I maintained a C, but I could have got A's if I applied myself. But I wasn't in the school, really wasn't. I just wanted to get it over with, to be honest. I wasn't in the school. And I did a few years of technical school. I went to this place called ITT Technical Institute. I went there for 2 years. I was in active addiction while I was going there too, so I ended up going for like a year. The program was only 2 years. Hey there, I'm just getting back to the stream. Hey, what's up? What's up, Jason? How y'all doing tonight, man? What y'all got going on? Jason, how you say it? Espinoza. Jason Espinoza. I like that name. I like that last name. So yeah. Hey there, I'm just getting. I read that. So I would just do the bare minimum to get by. I didn't apply myself in high school. But gratefulness, gratefulness. And this is the week for it's Thanksgiving, so this is the perfect time to talk about this. I believe gratefulness is one of the most underused tools that we have as humans in this thing called life, right? Because if you're truly grateful, and gratefulness is not like I'm grateful for my car, I'm grateful for my TV, or I'm grateful for, like, gratefulness is like, it's in your heart and it's an action word. Like, people will be able to see it, they can feel it. If you're grateful, you will be able to feel it if you're grateful. And I've been through hell and back, and my addiction took me to hell. I've been homeless, I've been in jails, I've been in and out of rehabs, and then just the addiction itself is a living hell. Waking up every day depressed, not wanting to wake up, wanting to die, being sick every day, all day, until you can use just that mind state, that mind state of your spirit, your body, and your soul, that really takes you to places that you never thought you would go. It took me to places I never thought I would be, as far as just mentally. And so I've been homeless. I lived out of my car. I've been to the bottom, in the gutter. You know what I mean? As far as like just life, I was just had nothing. Sold everything I had. Everything except my car. But so I know what it's like to not have, to not be warm, right? I know what it's like to be cold and not have a jacket. I know what it's like to be sleeping in a freezing jail cell with nothing on but a thin ass dirty shirt that they give you, and these thin ass pants that don't fit, and then no socks. You don't get no socks in jail. You don't get no underwear. And in the wintertime, it's freezing. They get you sleeping on this hard ass mattress, and and they give you this thin ass blanket or to cover up with, right? So, like, I know what it feels like to not be warm when it's cold as fuck out. So like when I got due to sobriety, that I'm clean, had like even just a cup of coffee, I'm grateful for. Like, I have my own Keurig that I've actually bought while I was in active addiction. I have my own Keurig, right? I'm grateful every morning that I get up and have the ability to make my own coffee, because there's times, I don't know if y'all like coffee, but I fucking love coffee. Yeah, I'm really addicted to coffee, but I'll take that over fentanyl and heroin any day of the week. So like, I'm grateful just for being alive. Like, when you wake up for years on end and not wanting to, like, just your whole life is only about existing, and you're a slave to a drug, and you can't do anything without that drug, and you go for years and years and years and years of in that mind state and in that state of mind, and have your body fragile and weak and shit, then and then plus I overdosed too many times to say. I've overdosed probably over 10 times. So when because I was so low and so down and almost died multiple times, like this close to death, I'm just grateful to wake up. And when I wake up, I usually jump right out of bed. Like I'm grateful to have my like energy when I wake up. Like I have energy when I wake up, and that's a foreign thing to an addict, for an opiate addict. Like if you're an opiate addict and you're going through withdrawals, you have no energy to do nothing. Sometimes you don't even want to brush your teeth. You don't want to wash up. You don't even want to get out of bed unless if you're sick. So being able to just wake up early as hell in the morning and just get up and start my day, like I'm grateful just for that. Um, and I thank God every day that I'm able to do that. So like I said, anybody that's on here that's watching, that subscribed, and that watches my videos, thank y'all. Love y'all. Truly grateful for y'all. Y'all some real day ones, because I'm at the bottom of the bottom as far as YouTube. I just started. So everything I do, like I'm learning as I go. So if you looked at my first videos to my videos now, they are getting better, and they're not perfect, obviously, but I'm getting better, and I'm learning how to do shit. My next goal is to get a laptop or a camera or both. Once I save up for those, so I can not, because on my phone I record on my phone, right? And every time I record on my phone, there's a spot in the video where my voice doesn't match up with my lips. Like the voice will be talking before my lips, so I have to go in and edit that shit, and it's just another step that just adds more time to making videos and posting them, because I got to go in and edit my voice so it matches up with when I'm talking. So I definitely want to get a camera, definitely want to get a laptop so I can edit better and faster. That's my next goal. Maybe after the holidays. I got 4 kids, and a girl. I got my mom, so I got to get them presents. I already got like half the people done. So my Christmas shopping is doing pretty. So I'm kind of ahead of schedule. But YouTube, man, YouTube and creating content and the type of content I create, it doesn't feel like work, right? This is something that I enjoy. I'm an artist at heart. Like I'm an artist through and through. I used to do music in my younger years. I used to rap, and since I was a kid, I drew. I always drew, or drawn. Even now, I still draw a little bit. But when I was in active addiction, I didn't do any of that. Like addiction killed everything. Everything I loved to do, I had no interest in. I love sports. I love drawing. I didn't do none of that shit when I was using. But ever since I got clean, every time I got clean, I would start back drawing. And like I said, I'm an artist through and through. So this is just another outlet to express myself creatively, is through YouTube. It's through making videos, and not only express myself creatively, but also express myself mentally and spiritually, and talk about the things that are close to my heart and that I have a passion for. I know I do a lot of hip hop, like news and shit, which I'm really into that too. But some of the times I try to tie it in with things that, like real life shit, like or shit that speaks to people's souls, or speaks to like real life situations that I went through or that I dealt with. Some of the times I can't, just because of the stories that they run. It might not tie into addiction or recovery or something I've been through, but that's what I try to do. So I don't have that many. I think I did like maybe 4 recovery videos. I just dropped one today, a recovery video talking about why dealers and addicts are the same. Dealers and addicts are the same. A lot of people like to say like drug dealers are doing something different than addicts, but being an addict, and in my experience, every addict that I came across either sold drugs, for one, just straight up sold drugs, and then, or 2, they were a middleman, which means they got the drugs from a dealer and then paid for it, and then like I would buy the customer would buy it off the middleman, so they would either make money or something. They would get something out of it for doing it. Or they just straight up, other addicts just straight up give other addicts drugs, and at that point you're giving another addict drug. You're no different than a dealer. And then also the dealers are, in my experience, all the dealers I came across were addicted. All of them were addicted to at least one drug. They was all addicted to something. A couple of them, it was weed, but that's still a drug. Some of them, it was alcohol and weed. Some of them, it was lean. A lot of them addicted to lean. And some of them just straight up pills or pain pills or fentanyl or heroin. There really ain't no heroin. I mean, there is kind of heroin around still, but back like in 2016, that's when a lot of people were dying from overdose, because heroin, it went from people selling heroin to now that they stopped selling heroin and started putting putting fentanyl in it, and fentanyl is like 10 times stronger than heroin. So a lot of people were dying when that transition happened, in like 2016, 2017. So yeah, so some of the dealers are addicts themselves. So I would see, like, I live in Ohio, Warren, Ohio, and I would see like little stickers. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. I would see stickers on the back of people's cars, and it'd say like "fuck your local drug dealer," and that's probably either from an addict or somebody that knows the addict or has a family member that's an addict. But if it's a family member, they don't know that, like, they know their son is like, or their brother, their son, their sister, their cousin, whoever. They know they're an addict, but they might not know that their addict son or brother, whoever, also might sell drugs or has sold drugs in the past or at some point in his life. So they like to kind of separate the two, as if the dealers are doing something that the addicts themselves would never do, and that's not the case. Like I said, every addict I came across either, for one, gave someone drugs just for free, or they middleman the situation, or they just straight up sold drugs. So I made a video on that. I put that up today. But back to the gratefulness part. Reaching 100 subscribers, even though it might be small to some people, is huge to me. I mean, it's really huge to me, because when I started this, I didn't expect to get anything. I just wanted another outlet to express myself, for people to for something that, and even I thought about it more. At first, I just wanted to make a channel and express myself, right? And the more I thought about it, and the more that I make these videos, because of the content of what I'm making, and the content that I'm making, the nature of the content that I'm making, it is really something that I could be proud of, and that something that I'll be proud of, that my kids can view when they get older. Like, not even that much older. I got 4 kids. One's 14, 10, 9, and then my daughter's 4. I got 3 sons and a girl. So, like, they can go back, and hopefully YouTube will be around forever. And if it is, my videos will be on YouTube forever, as long as YouTube is around, and because I post on TikTok too and Instagram. But as long as these things are around, my videos will always be there. And when I'm gone, my kids can go on my channel and see, like, well, how did my dad feel about this? What was his morals and values? What was his belief system? How did he feel about this topic? How did he feel about this topic? You know what I mean? Different topics. And because of the nature of my content, I put down what I feel and what my morals and my values are, and what I think about certain situations. So it's really like a legacy that I'm creating with these videos. Even if I never get another subscriber, I don't care if I don't get another subscriber, because I really love what I do. I would make these videos. I would make videos if nobody watched them. If nobody watched them at all, I would still make them. I come to find out that I actually love editing, because it's also a form of art. I'm also creating thumbnails. I love doing that. Um, I can only do so much though because it's on the free apps. You can do more if you pay for them, but I don't have the money to pay for it, so I use the free shit. But once I start getting, I can buy like the apps or a laptop to edit better. I can do more shit with them. But but it's like learn as you go. But it's also another form of art, you know, and that's what I am. I'm an artist at heart. um, hey there, but Thanksgiving, man. Yeah, thanks. So Thanksgiving is. I feel like this is just the perfect time and just lined up to talk about the the talk about the gratefulness that I do have as far as what, and it's all due to sobriety. Like it's all due to sobriety. If I wasn't sober, I wouldn't be the father that I want to be. I wouldn't be the person that I want to be. I wouldn't love myself. I wouldn't have the relationships I do. Right now, if I was in 3 months clean and I was continuing to use these last 3 months, well, I'll be 3 months clean on the 1st of December. But if I was using these last 2 months, 2.5 months, whatever, I for one, I could have been dead for sure. I could have been dead because um, every time I overdosed, I damn near died. So I could have been dead for one, and for two, I wouldn't have my life. I'd be homeless. I wouldn't own anything. I done sold my phone before, and it was the only phone I had. That's how like low. That's how deep down. That's how desperate I was at times in my addiction. Um, so I feel truly blessed I feel truly blessed by God to be able to live a sober lifestyle and to have the ability to get clean. I'm also grateful that the people that are in my life, like my loved ones, like my mom, my girl, my kids, like they didn't give up on me, because if they did, I would have lost those relationships and I might not have got clean. For real. If it wasn't for my girl, I might not have got clean, because she, even though I kept messing up, she kept giving me chances and chances, and she still really never gave up on me. She was still trying to save me up until this last time that I got clean. Like she was doing everything in her power to show me tough love, because she didn't want to enable me, but at the same time support me and support me on my road to getting clean. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be here. I'd probably be dead, because I'd probably be still using. So if you know anybody that is an addict, or you yourself is an addict, I would say don't enable them. Like if they ask for money or anything like that, don't give them that. I would say give them stuff that you know they need. Like if they're cold, give them like hoodies, shirts, shoes, or food. But definitely don't give up on them, because you never know when that change is gonna happen and when they actually are gonna do a 180 and start and want to get clean for themselves. I had to figure out my why, like why. That was like I had a counselor. I was in and out of outpatients, and I'm going to the same outpatient right now. Where I had this. It was a different counselor that I have now, and this counselor, he would he had this saying. He had this thing that he said he would tell everybody, find your why, like find your purpose, find like why are you, like, okay, you have to get clean, but why are you getting clean, what's the reason? Like when you have a why, everything else falls into place. And you'll take on responsibility, you'll find purpose, you'll find like all these things that you know you should do and want to do. You'll do them willingly, like you'll do them with joy if you find your why. So I had to find my why. Like what is my motivation for getting clean? What is my motivation for wanting to get clean? And what is my motivation to change? My motivation to change was I wanted to be a father. I wanted to be, which I already was a father, but I wasn't I was there, but I wasn't there. You know what I mean? Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, I wasn't there because I was in active addiction. And then also being an addict, I would leave for hours on end trying to get drugs, and that right there already takes time away. And then counting the fact that I'm sick most of the hours of the day, or I'm just too high to just do anything, and I'm just sitting there. Um, so I had to find my why, and my why is my purpose. I believe my purpose on this earth is to be a father. My purpose, my I don't to me there's no greater title to a man than father. That's like the greatest title that a man can have in my opinion, to me, because I grew up without a father, right? Yeah, I didn't have a father at all. He him and my mom was together for like, I don't know, until I was like 4 or 5, off and on. And then after that, I probably see him maybe once a year after that. And to this day, we do not spend time with each other. We don't have a close relationship. I text him every day, tell him what's up, tell him, hey dad, I love you. But every time I reach out and try to like make a connection or try to meet up with him, he really don't care to do that. So growing up without being a man and growing up without a father, I had to figure a lot of shit out, and a lot of shit that I learned was from TV, was from music, was from rap, was from the streets, was from my friends. I was get all of my belief system and my morals and vibe, that all came from like books. It came from rap. It came from rap music. Came from movies. It didn't come from a father. Like everything that I know to be a man did not come from my father at all. Um, so growing up without a father, I knew that I wanted to be a father. I wanted to be um, I wanted to be something to somebody that what I didn't have. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to kind of, in a way, in a way, um, healing myself. Like me being a father to a kid, to my kid, to my son, my daughter, in a way is healing me, because in a way, like they are me, they are me, but they're me with the father. Um, so yeah, that is my whole. That's my why. My why is I want to be the best, the greatest, the I want to be the best father uh, that I can possibly be. And then that just goes along with me wanting to be the best person I could be. Because if I'm being the best person I can be, then I'm gonna be the best father I can be. It's just gonna line up like that. Um, but yeah, so I would say find your why. Find your why. He would always my counselor would always tell me that. Find your why. Um, and also when you find your why, you find purpose in life, right? I read this book. I forget what it's called. I read it in the rehab. This counselor gave it to me, and it's a book about purpose, right? But it's a memoir of someone that was in the Jewish internment camps, the Nazi internment camps, I should say. He was a Jewish person in the Nazi internment camps, right? And what he did, he wrote a firsthand account of what it was like being in there. He made it out, obviously, to write this book, but he made it out, and what he discovered was the people that had no purpose, and or that their spirit was so broken, they didn't make it. They either died from illness, got too sick to they got too sick or too depressed, or they got too depressed and then got sick. Like he pointed out, this one, like your mind is very, very more powerful, and your spirit is very, very powerful, um, than we're led to believe. Like, so they learned that, or he learned that. So, and they were in these internment camps, and for whatever reason, they thought that by Christmas, they had it in their head, by like the talk that was going around the camp, or just certain things that happened. They, like, a lot of the prisoners were the Jewish people in the internment camps, they had it in their head that they were going home either on Christmas or before Christmas. So they would have this hope. They had all this hope in their heart and looking forward to going home before Christmas, and they had like a good spirit about them. And then once December 25th came, and they were still there, and December 25th came and went, and those prisoners were still there, they would get so let down. Their spirit would be so low. They would get so depressed that a month later, 2 weeks later, a week and a half later, they would get sick and die. And he watched this happen to several prisoners in the internment camps. So your illnesses and your sicknesses are not always just like scientific based. It's not always just like, oh, I caught the flu, then I got so sick and I died or whatever. Your mental state plays a big part in in your uh, in your body either being healthy or sick, and especially in life and death situations. And life and death situations like the internment camp where they're malnourished, they're cold, they're hungry, they're starving. You know what I mean? They're overworked. In life or death situations, your mental state and your spiritual state have a very big part on if you make it out of that situation or not. And he always had it. That's why he survived. Or it's why he points to one of the reasons he survived is because he always had it in his head that he would make it back home to his family. Um, and I definitely experienced this while I was in jail. I never did no long time in jail. I never been to the prison. I only been in jail, and the longest time I did in jail was uh was 9 months. 9 months is the longest time I ever did. But I experienced the same thing he was talking about. Like when I thought that I had burned all my bridges as far as with my family and my loved ones, my girl, when I felt like when I felt like those relationships were over because of something I did, and I was in jail, uh, like I would be so depressed. Didn't even want to get up out the bed. Didn't want to eat. Didn't want to do nothing. But when I held on to the hope of when I get out, I'm gonna see my family, and when I get out, I'm gonna change my life, and I'm gonna teach them this, and I'm gonna do this and that, and I'm gonna be a role model, and I'm gonna do things different. When I had that mind state that all right, I'm gonna get back to my family when I get out, and I'm gonna do everything I can to work towards doing that and being that, then my whole outlook changed, and my whole demeanor changed, my whole everything changed when I had that mind state. Yeah. Let me see. Oh my God, smoke. I might get off here in a minute. I might get off here. I did what? It's been over a half hour. But yeah, 100K. 100, not 100, I keep on saying 100K. 100. 100. I did that. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. Um, if it wasn't for y'all, then I wouldn't. There'd be. I wouldn't even be talking right now if it wasn't for y'all. So I just want to thank everybody who either likes, views, subscribes, watches, shares, anything. Just want to thank y'all. Love y'all. I'm gonna keep doing this no matter if I stay at 100 subs or if I lose 100 subs. I'm gonna still keep doing this because I really found out that I got a passion for this, and for real, it really is therapeutic and really helps my recovery on some real shit. Just having another outlet to express myself, um, be it mentally, spiritually, emotionally, whatever. Um,
I have a home group meeting every Friday I go to. I'm able to talk freely and express myself there and also hear other people's thoughts. And then also I talk to a counselor once a week for like an hour. And then um, I have aftercare, which I only got 2 more sessions of that, and that's done. So so yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this regardless of how many people watch. I'm gonna still make videos just because I love doing it. It really becomes something I love doing. I got a passion for. So I just want to thank y'all. Uh, have a good night. 7 day. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Uh, truly blessed, and I wish y'all all the blessings in the world. Um, for real. I'm out.